I'm Andrea Orth, the Executive Director of CMORoom, and I'm here with Santhi Ramesh, the Chief Commercial Officer, who has a long history of amazing brands that she's represented. She's here with us tonight in Chicago before we head into an event, and I'm going to ask her a couple of questions. We're going to catch them on the fly here. So 2026, it's here. What kind of shifts do you expect to happen in 2026, maybe compared to 2025, and any kind of changes, things that maybe would make someone choose a specific brand, something shifting?
Absolutely, Andrea, and thank you for having me here. And the biggest shift that you see is AI has collapsed search from a discoverability into decision making. And therefore, what brands have to do is make sure that their brand's logic, proof points are available to AI so that brands are included in the consideration set and in the decision-making process.
So all we keep hearing about is AI. You know I'm going a little bit off script, but like, what do you think that's really going to do? Like, what do you think the major benefits of it are for marketers?
It provides faster decision making, provides information that is synthesized in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the leadership that we can provide is in judgment. There is no replacement for human judgment. AI can enable the faster decision making, and human leadership through judgment is what will make it smarter and better.
Very good. I know it's like such a hot topic. AI is just, everybody's talking about it. I was at CES, it was everywhere. Moving on, like, what challenges are you seeing consumers face in the world of search and performance marketing? So switching a little bit to that world, what are you seeing kind of like the main challenges that maybe as a brand you're facing in reaching consumers in those tactics?
Yeah, consumers are overwhelmed with choices and there is time pressure. And therefore, in order to reach consumers effectively and efficiently, personalized, agile targeting and precision communication is very critical.
Great, agree. When we're thinking about all of the different things that companies are doing to try to reach the consumer and really to kind of break through, I think about influencing demand and sales of products. What are you thinking, and how are you thinking? Like, there are different things that might be out there that are influencing that demand and sales as we look forward to 2026.
Yeah, I say three fundamental things to drive demand. One is clarity, then credibility and consistency. Clarity in the value proposition that is differentiated, credibility through how you deliver the proposition, whether it's through influencers or through technology, and most importantly, consistency in the communication of how you deliver it to the right place, the right people at the right time.
Okay, perfect. Great. Yeah, three things. I love to kind of narrow it down to just like three things to remember and really think about. Perfect. Kind of on that kind of train of thought as well, thinking about, we went from search, performance marketing, what are influencing. Now let's talk about KPIs. How are you measuring these things? What are the real, KPIs and data that your team needs to make decisions about what is really effective marketing?
Any company, any industry, sustainable, profitable growth is key to success. So sustainable, profitable growth can be measured through repeat customers, incrementality. It can be measured through the profit contribution of consumer cohorts. At the end of the day, repeatable, sustainable, profitable growth is key to success.
Yeah, makes total sense. And to wrap us up here, you've made an impact at some really great brands and companies. You've really just throughout your career, there's been some great highlights, and I know that you're even one of Forbes' most influential CMOs. So I love that, and I think that's such a huge honor. But what do you feel has really been the biggest driver of your success?
Reflecting back, I would say clarity that is anchored in accountability. And as well as resource allocation.
Yeah.
So essentially clarity in the strategy and decision making, not just explaining the what, but also the why behind it, guides the resource allocation in time, talent, and capability, and that drives consistent results.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to do one off the fly here again. thinking about the dinner that we're having tonight, we brought you together to dine with the community here in Chicago for CMORoom. You know, what are you hoping to take away from the evening?
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Building relationships and has been key, and one of my mentors has often said, continue to build relationships because that's key to driving growth, and you learn a lot from those conversations. So I appreciate you having us here.
Perfect. Thank you so much and enjoy the dinner.
Thank you.